Ladies and gentlemen, friends, let me begin with something simple but profound. If you don't like where you are, move. You are not a tree. Now that might sound harsh, but it's the truth, because life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. And I'm here to tell you something today. Fix yourself before it's too late. See, the problem with waiting is that life doesn't wait with you. Time moves on whether you do something or you don't. If there's one thing that separates the successful from the average, the fulfilled from the frustrated, it's personal responsibility. It's the decision to look in the mirror and say, it's on me. Not the economy, not the past, not the boss, the parents, the teacher, or the government. It's on me. You see, one of the great tragedies in life is the constant waiting game. People wait for someone else to change. Wait for the right time. Wait for motivation, but the truth is, life doesn't wait, and the longer you keep passing responsibility onto something or someone else, the further you drift from your potential. Now, I'll be honest, taking responsibility isn't easy. It means admitting that where you are right now is a result of decisions you've made. Yes, circumstances can be tough. Life can deal you a bad hand, but you still have to play it, and you can play it well if you choose to. That's the difference. Blame is easy, it's comfortable, it gives you an excuse to stay where you are, but blame never built anything. Blame never created greatness. Responsibility does. You can't grow while you're pointing fingers. You can't improve your life if you keep saying, it's not my fault. It may not be your fault, but fixing it is still your responsibility. Jim Rohn used to say, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. That's powerful. Because life never promised ease, but it does offer growth, and growth comes when you accept that your progress, your peace, your prosperity, they all begin with you. Let's say your life is a garden. You can't stand around complaining that the weeds are growing. The weeds don't care. You either pull them out or they take over. That's how responsibility works. You tend the soil of your life. You plant intentionally. You water with discipline. You protect your growth from distractions and negativity. And the beautiful thing is, when you start taking ownership, you start seeing change. You stop waiting for someone to rescue you and start becoming the kind of person who rescues themselves. You begin to develop confidence, not because everything is perfect, but because you know you're doing what it takes to get better. Here's the truth. No one is coming to fix your life for you. No one's going to knock on your door and hand you the dream you've been waiting for. It's not going to fall into your lap. It's built, brick by brick, by the choices you make every single day. And here's the best part. When you take responsibility, you take back your power. You are no longer at the mercy of life's winds. You become the captain. You chart the course. Yes, storms will come. Yes, waves will crash. But you're in command now. Responsibility is not a burden. It's your greatest freedom, because the moment you accept that it's on you, you no longer have to wait. You can act, you can improve, you can create. So ask yourself, where have you been making excuses? Where have you handed away your power? And what would your life look like if you took it back? Starting now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for inspiration to strike. Take responsibility. That's the starting line of every transformation. That's the turning point between living a life of quiet frustration and stepping into the future you were meant to build. Because the truth is simple. Nothing changes until you do. And no one else can do it for you. There's a truth that we all know deep down, but often try to ignore. You don't have forever. Time is not something you can recycle. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can make more money, you can rebuild your health, you can repair relationships, but you cannot make more time. Every second you waste, every hour you squander, every day you drift without intention is a piece of your life you will never get back. And the most tragic part, you won't even notice it's slipping away until it's too late. You see, time is funny. When you're young, it feels like it stretches out endlessly. You think you've got years to figure it out. But then you blink. and 5 years are gone. You wake up and realize that nothing changed because you didn't change. The calendar flipped, but your habits didn't. The seasons shifted, but your mindset stayed the same. And time just kept moving. The clock is always ticking, but it's not here to scare you. It's here to remind you, to push you, to challenge you to stop wasting what you can never get back. There's no rewind button. There's no pause. Life happens in real time. That's why urgency matters, not panic, but urgency. That subtle fire in your gut that says, I've got to move, I've got to act. I can't keep waiting for everything to be perfect, because perfect timing is a myth. If you keep waiting for the stars to align, you'll still be waiting when the curtain falls. Jim Rohn said it best, the few who do are the envy of the many who watch. Most people watch life pass by. They talk about what they'll do someday, but someday is not a day of the week. It doesn't exist. The people who build something meaningful in this life are the ones who act while others hesitate. They value their time like a treasure, because that's exactly what it is. Now, let's be clear, everyone gets the same 24 hours. Elon Musk doesn't get 26. Oprah doesn't get 30. The difference between success and mediocrity isn't time. It's how you use it. Some use their time to complain, to scroll, to binge. Others use it to learn, to grow, to build. The time is the same. The outcome is not. You don't have to overhaul your whole life overnight, but you do have to start making different decisions with your time. Use it to read a book that sharpens your mind. Use it to have a hard conversation you've been avoiding. Use it to take one small step toward your goal, even if you're scared, even if you're tired, because the truth is, waiting doesn't make it easier. It just makes it later. And here's the thing most people forget. You don't know how much time you have. That's not meant to be depressing. It's meant to be liberating. You're not promised 10 more years. You're not guaranteed another shot. So if something matters to you, don't delay it. Start the business, write the book, apologize, forgive, take the trip, sign up for the course, get in shape. Do the thing you've been thinking about, dreaming about, talking about, because time will not wait for you to finally feel ready. One day you'll run out of days, and when that day comes, the question won't be, did I have enough time? It will be, did I use the time I had? Let that question guide your choices now. Live with purpose, live with urgency, live knowing that this moment, right now, is the only one you're guaranteed, because the truth is this, time is the currency of your life. Spend it wisely, or someone else will spend it for you. If there's one trait that builds empires, transforms health, strengthens character, and unlocks true freedom, it's self-discipline, not talent, not luck, not even motivation. It's the quiet, often unseen habit of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The truth is, discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. It's not glamorous, it doesn't always feel good in the moment, but it always pays off, always. Jim Rohn said, discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. Lack of discipline inevitably leads to failure. And he was right. Because without discipline, dreams stay dreams, goals stay on the shelf. You talk about change, but you don't live it. You wish, but you don't work. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when you'd rather hit snooze. It's what pushes you to go to the gym, even when you're tired. It's what makes you put the junk food down, open the book, show up for the meeting, have the hard conversation, or finish the task you promised yourself you'd complete. It's easy to be excited in the beginning. When the goal is fresh and you're full of energy, everything feels possible. But the real test is what you do after the excitement fades. Discipline is what carries you through when motivation disappears. You see, success doesn't come from doing extraordinary things every once in a while. It comes from doing ordinary things extraordinarily well, day after day after day. That's what discipline does. It creates consistency. And consistency compounds. You might not notice it right away. No one sees the results after one workout. No one becomes a millionaire after one good decision. But if you do it daily, if you stay committed when others quit, you build something that cannot be taken from you. You build character, you build strength, you build credibility with yourself. Discipline also builds confidence, because every time you follow through, even when it's hard, you prove to yourself that you can be trusted. You keep your own word, and when you do that enough, you start to believe in yourself. Not because someone hyped you up, but because your actions are aligned with your vision. Now, let's be honest, discipline is uncomfortable. It requires sacrifice. It means choosing what you want most over what you want now. And that's not always easy. But you have to understand this. Pain is part of the process either way. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret, that weighs tons. You get to choose your pain. Do you want the pain of waking up early, practicing patience, resisting temptation, and sticking to your word? Or do you want the pain of looking back 5, 10, 20 years from now and knowing you could have done more? But you didn't. That's the truth most people avoid. But if you can face it, if you can train yourself to act regardless of emotion, you gain an edge. Because most people live their lives ruled by their feelings. If they don't feel like it, they don't do it, and so they stay stuck. But discipline frees you. It removes the need to negotiate with yourself. It says, "This is what I said I'd do, so I'm doing it." No debate, no excuses, just action. The good news, discipline is not something you're born with. It's something you build, one decision at a time. One small win at a time, you strengthen it like a muscle. By using it daily, so start where you are, set a small goal, and keep it, build the habit, build the consistency, and slowly you'll begin to rise above the average. You'll create momentum, and that momentum will carry you further than motivation ever could. Because in the end, it's not what you do occasionally that changes your life, it's what you do consistently. And consistency starts with discipline among all the things you can spend your time, energy, and money on. Your career, your home, your possessions. There is one investment that always pays the highest return: investing in yourself. No stock, no business, no real estate can grow in value like you can when you commit to becoming better every single day. Too often, people think about investing in things outside themselves. They chase quick wins, gadgets, the latest trend, or instant gratification. But the most powerful, lasting, and transformational investment you will ever make is in your own growth. Your skills, your knowledge, your mindset, and your character. Why? Because your greatest asset is not what you own, but who you are. The skills you develop, the habits you build, the mindset you cultivate, these things shape your entire life. They open doors, create opportunities, and allow you to face any challenge that comes your way. Jim Rohn used to say, "Work harder on yourself than you do on your job." And there's a profound wisdom there. You can have the best job in the world, but if you don't keep growing, learning, and expanding your capacity, your potential will plateau. You'll get stuck, limited by what you currently know and can do. When you invest in yourself, you don't just improve your career or finances. You improve your confidence, your relationships, your health, your happiness. You become a better leader, a better partner, a better human being. You become someone who doesn't just survive life, but thrives in it. Think about it like this. If you want to earn more money, you first have to become more valuable. If you want to be healthier, you have to commit to habits that nurture your body and mind. If you want better relationships, you need to develop emotional intelligence, communication skills, and empathy. And here's the key: this investment compounds. Just like money in a bank account grows with interest, every hour you spend learning, growing, and improving yourself multiplies over time. It may not show immediate results, but with patience and persistence, the payoff can be extraordinary. There's no better time to start than right now. Waiting until you have time or feel ready is just another form of procrastination. Life rewards those who take initiative and make a commitment to themselves. Investing in yourself doesn't have to mean expensive courses or degrees, though those can help. It starts with mindset. It starts with reading one book, listening to a podcast, attending a seminar, or simply reflecting on what kind of person you want to become. It also means taking care of your health, because without your physical and mental well-being, you can't show up fully in any area of life. Exercise, nutrition, rest, and stress management aren't just nice-to-haves. They are essential investments in your ability to perform and enjoy life. Sometimes investing in yourself means saying no to distractions, negative influences, or unhealthy habits that drain your energy and limit your growth. It means surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and hold you accountable. Remember, no one else will invest in you like you will. Others may support you or offer guidance, but the responsibility and power to improve your life rests with you. You are the CEO of your life, and your greatest business is yourself. The best leaders know this. The most successful people understand that their greatest competitive advantage is their own personal development. They guard their time, prioritize learning, and commit daily to becoming better. So ask yourself, what am I doing today to invest in myself? How am I improving my skills, expanding my knowledge, and nurturing my body and mind? What habits am I building that will pay dividends tomorrow, next year, and for the rest of my life? Because when you invest in yourself, you don't just create a better life, you create a legacy. You become someone who influences others, solves problems, and contributes meaningfully. You become the kind of person who turns obstacles into opportunities. In the end, the best investment you'll ever make is in you. Don't wait for someone else to believe in you or give you permission. Take charge of your growth. Commit to becoming the best version of yourself. Your future self will thank you so. Where do you stand today? Are you waiting for a sign, a better time, or someone else to fix things for you? The truth is, the only person who can fix your life is you. Fix yourself before it's too late, because the clock is ticking and life doesn't wait. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. One small step, taken consistently, can change everything. Take ownership of your habits, your mindset, your choices. Invest in yourself with urgency and discipline, because when you do, you don't just survive, you thrive. Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is right now. So stand up, take control, and fix yourself before it's too late. Thank you.